Welcome back, everyone, to Pontas Phantom Hobbies. This is Season 4, Episode 5 of Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. We're jumping into Day 5 of our campaign. We just revealed the Part 5 of our quest. Ephrir didn't carry the true Grail. Neante did. And now she's embroiled in a court intrigue in Camelot. Find the cup before it's too late. So we're hot on the trail of Ephrir. We're in Chapter 3A, Part 5 now. Just wrapping up Day 4. And I think we're going to have to move over toward Camelot. So first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to shift some of these over because I believe we want to. So if I just move this one out. And while I'm here, I'm going to reduce this min here to 2. And I'm going to reduce this min here by 1. All right. And then once again, move this min here down by 1. Now, one of the things that we had on this card here was after this expires, we're supposed to replace this card. Let's see, 115 Titan Steps after the 3 turns, because now our timer here has run out. So we're going to remove our timer, and after that timer runs out, we have to switch this card. 115. It says, if the dial location expires, replace this with card 125. So let's go ahead and replace it with 125. Let's also put 117 here. So we replace this one with 125. Let's just go find that here. 119, 122. Couple of cards here. $119, $122, the Drained Lake. Let's flip this deck this way. 107, 09, 1. There's 122. 125 or 122? Oh, 125, okay. Replace it with 125, which is Titan Steps. This is the Titan Steps now. So we'll play that one. We put our men here back, and then we get 138 added there next to it, so we can reveal that card as well. 138. The Plagued Burrow. Oh, and Camelot is just after this one. Okay, so we're hot on the trail. Sorry about that, guys. We're hot on the trail of Camelot. So let's keep going into this. I guess we're going to go up and explore our men here. We can also go this way. I think we can also go to 140 if we want to try a new route. So let's add the 140 there as well. We'll see what that is since we haven't encountered it yet. 140 is the Dark Morass. So we're going to go to 140. Okay, so so we'll move into that. Before we do, quick shout out to this channel's sponsor, Pontas Phantom Press. We've got the Cat 2 journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, collecting the 6 volumes of Moldenhauer's and Balsamo's works on Nyarlathotep, Cthulhu, Azathoth, Hastur. We've also got our podcast series, especially the Esoteric Dragon Mysteries. We were reading a little bit from this last time. Flip into it again just quickly. Exploring the ideas of the dragon and the Holy Grail and the Holy Grail bloodline from our podcast, episode 37. You guys could go check out the podcast and listen to it. It was the November 13th, 2022 podcast. If you want to go check that out, episode number 37 to help you guys find it. Lots of interesting things there. But one topic of the Grail that we wanted to jump into is to talk about the the role of Tiamat in the role of the dragon. Tiamat is the queen of the dragons. And also how some of the Arthurian legends link back to the Mary Magdalene cult in France. The Knights of the Pendragons, the Knights of Arthur, as seen as perfectly with the Caduceus. It's almost as they're supposed to be a pure heart. They're great warriors. They're chivalric warriors. So you have the chivalric nature of things. So if you look into this bloodline, Gardner takes us through some of the interesting ones in the realm of the Ring Lords and talks about the Grail quest. So the Grail quest at its heart is an interesting Parsifal story. It's from Eschenbach, where Parsifal is meeting with a Jesuit and her husband is Aurelius, and he's going to attack Parsifal with a spear. And the spear he's going to attack him with, he's aimed at Parsifal's heart. Parsifal's heart, and at once it belonged to a red knight. Now this is interesting. There's a red knight. So we have the red serpent, we have the red knight, and the red dragon. And then Parsifal kind of goes on to fight this. We'll kind of continue the story from page 67 on next round. Let's jump into round number 5. We're going to go into the Dark Morass first off. We're going to search for relics here while we're in this spot. To search for relics, we're going to drain our life by 2 to search for, drain our energy by 2 to search for relics. Let's see if we can find. So we lose 1 heart, and Beor's going to lose 2 because of his wound. And then we also gain 1 magic. So let's gain magic, which will come in handy later. Let's also read up on, we got to check out our day event. So it's heavy rainfall, and our travel costs us an additional cost. So let's add 1 more cost here from our energy. So we don't have much left. We're going to have to leave it as it is with this. The Dark Morass, it does say we probably have to activate this menhir at some point. Yeah, maybe we'll do that at the end of the turn. So as this part of the map is going to fade, we'll activate this menhir as we're going to have to move on to Camelot, right? So let's go ahead to 140 and read up on the Dark Morass. So it says here, our encounter is the stench of this swamp, bolstered by the sewage of the burrow perched atop the nearby cliff, makes your head spin. To navigate these foul waters safely, you need a pair of stilts or flat-bottomed boat. Pay 1 wealth or 1 food, or lose 1 life. Then choose 1. I'll say we're just going to take, we don't have food or wealth, so let's just pay the cost of health. Try to locate a sunken monastery. Spend some time with the locals. Go to the roots and harvest. Go to the monastery. We don't have enough for that. So let's spend some time with the locals in verse 3. It says, you've arrived at a small village raised above the surface of the swamp on tall posts. Coughing, sickly bogmen weave through the reeds in their tiny boats. Some busy themselves floating sacrificial wooden bowls of burning grease near their half-drowned menhir. As soon as you spot them, bogmen appear, following you in your every move with beady eyes. If you don't have the Allies of Avalon status, gain it now. So let me try to gain that. Allies of Avalon. Allies of Avalon status, part 1. Allies of Avalon status. Great. And then it says, draw a calm before the storm encounter. Or if you have part 1 of the Allies of Avalon status, choose 1. Gather information about the sunken monastery, or participate in the feast organized by the chief. If you're a Beor, or he's in your party, go to verse 9. So we are Beor. Let's go to verse 9. It says, the bogmen quickly learn that they can never hope to outdrink or outsing you. Before the day is done, you make some new friendships, all at the cost of a slight lightheadedness. Each party member loses 2 life. Oh gosh, we're exhausted. That's not good. And we gain 1 food. Okay, that because we're going to spend that food right afterwards. Gain part of the Allies of Avalon status. Allies of Avalon status. Got it. And your results are as follows. Oh no, that's it. So that's an exploration end. So that's going to be the end of our day. We will go ahead and pay. Let's see what we can do here. We're going to have to try to light that men here next round. So let's do that next round. For today, we will consume food. One food to restore our life 1. And then we're going to rest here. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll only get up to 4 life because of that, unfortunately. And we have a dream here, so let's read that dream in the dark morass. In your dream, you see a great battle somewhere at the east. The fate of the island balances on a thin edge. Maybe you should be there. There are many storylines in the game. So, next round, we're going to try to get this men here lit. So we'll have to do that to sort of improve our status here. So we're going to try some new location, new event. So I guess we're going to explore the Dark Morass again next turn. Thanks for watching. I'll advance this to turn number 6. We will see you on day 6. You can click through there, and we'll talk to you in the next round. Take care. Bye-bye.